Okay, we have an iPad Pro 9.7. It came in originally for a battery connector, which I've already done. See, nice, sexy battery connector. However, when the gentleman was pulling it from the housing, other things happened. So, we'll creep up here. He completely ripped this flex cable off the board, which is the antenna GPS cable, flex cable. Luckily, he didn't pull any pads here. You know, all looks good, all sexy, prepared for the flexes. I don't have the flexes yet. I'm just doing prep, and the reason why I'm doing prep is because of this fun over here. Yep, he ripped this one as well, and we were not so fortunate on this side. It's going to take about 14 jumpers. As you can see, I've already started. I thought I was recording and realized I wasn't, so I have to redo the intro. Anyway, I am going to get started on this. I'm going to stop commentary here. I will come back when I have something to say. Okay, let's look at how we did. Okay, a couple things. Reason why I ran them long is I want to run conformal coating down here, out here to better secure them, and I wanted a long runway to do that. You'll see some rip pads here that I did not run jumpers on. These are all ground, so I'm not real worried about ground. We still got plenty of ground pads. You know, some half ground pads and stuff like that, so I'm not worried about that. All I'm really worried about are signal lines. I just want to go over everything and make sure we got all the signal lines. I'm not worried about the ones that are kind of partial pads. I think they'll adhere fine. Like these guys, they'll adhere to the flex fine. So, in my opinion, these are ground. So, I think everything looks pretty good as far as our signal lines, which pretty much most of the stuff you see in squares is what we're worried about. Assuming y'all can see that. Let me focus this a little bit better so I can explain a little better. Alright, so you see these square or outlines, it looks like? These are signal paths. Everything outside of it is ground. So we're really concerned about the things in these boxes. Now, I did run multiple jumpers for the same signals in these, and that's just for redundancy. If we lose a jumper or something like that, I don't want to be reliant on one jumper to restore the signal. So, and plus, if they all take, it'll give it a little more strength. My primary areas of concern are these single line guys here. That's a single line, that's a single line. Now I don't know if it's echoed anywhere over here. I guess I could always test that and see. But them being solo traces, seems to be a no in that box. No. 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 Nope. So that's a single line there, and these two are single lines, I'm afraid. So we really need these three guys here well secured. And that one's a little bit loose, actually. I don't like that one. I'll have to address that. That one's too loose. We need them to be very solid. Very solid. That's better. I want to clear all this off because I am going to be conformal coating all of this. I'm still a little worried about this big joint here. I don't want anything sitting quite that high, I don't think. Let's see if we can get that to be a little bit smaller too. Let's adjust him some more. This is my first time running these this long, but I figure it's a better method than what I was doing. It's okay. Okay. Seems a bit better. I think he's still sitting a little bit high. Okay. Oops. Stabbing that into a dry sponge is not a great plan. I only use the sponge at cleanup at night. Final cleanup. All right. Might still be a little bit high, but I think we'll be all right. There is some puffiness to the flex cables. I think we'll have to be too anal about it. I probably do want to trim that off a bit though. It's a little close to those other traces, and that would be no good. I could easily bridge. There we go. No bridging. Okay. All right. I feel pretty good about the rest. Guess we'll check how securely they are. Feels good, good, good. Yep. Don't care if any of those bridge together. They're on the same signal. Good. Of course, that one. That looks good. All right. I would care if those bridge together, but we'll conformal coat that and make sure that doesn't happen. All right. So next step is to grab some solder mask, conformal coat, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's the final result after curing. So now we wait on the flexes. So I will, once they come in, I'll do part 2. Okay, so the flexes have come in finally, and I am setting up to solder this top flex. And the fun side. The fun side is next. Oh, geez, we have jumper misbehaving. No misbehaving. Should be held in place quite well, but I'm not sure I like that. Do not need them floating over to other sides. All right. So, the question is, how do I want to approach this one? All right. Double check my orientation on this one. I think this one already goes on one way. It will be facing the battery side, which means it goes on this way. Oh yeah, it's got the big copper field that makes it all complicated. Okay. So, the question is, do I want to... Oh, it has tape, that's nice. It'll orientate a little bit. Do I want to consider pre-tinning the corresponding pads for the jumpers? Last time I ran jumpers on one of these, I did, but it wasn't this many jumpers. However, there's not a lot of solder on those jumpers, generally. I guess I could try to add more. That would also tell me if my jumpers are going to float or not. I will experiment on the ones that I have lots of redundancy for, just to see. If we pull any. If we suck them up, that's not good. I'm going to flip this around. Alright, well that's good. I'm not pulling them. Okay. I'm a little more confident. That one could be a problem if I go any further. Only because I see the conformal coating not being nice about the heat. A little more wear on these guys because these are the singles. Each one is a single line. A single data line. Okay. Well, I know they're not sucking up, so that's good, which means if I did pre-tin it, I probably would not have a problem with the port flex sucking it up. Now, I could just pre-tin the whole thing, or I could just pre-tin the corresponding pads. I normally do not pre-tin these, but like I said, you normally have a lot of solder that will feed through those pads. In this case, we do not have a large plane. Okay, so we'll go on this way. So we're looking at 2 and 3, 2, 3, and 6 on that side. So 2, 3, 2, 6. Okay, wish me luck. Oh no, I just screwed things up. I hope I didn't freeze anything. Okay. Okay, let's do a test. And see how we did. Okay. Okay, it passed the duct test. That's good news. Exciting. I will, of course, confirm with the ITC Pro, which I got working again, kind of. It's always just kind of working. What are you going to do? Give me an ambiguous result? If you have a version 1, this is kind of how you have to use the ICC Pro version 1. Don't leave the battery in there. Yeah, ambiguous results. It just gave me some TriStar stuff, but it will often give you that kind of ambiguous result on that one. So let's try on the ICC Pro. Dock flash, well, it hasn't passed everything yet. TriStar okay and everything is okay. All right, it looks like we were successful with this. I'm pretty excited about that because that was a lot of jumpers. Pull the battery. All right, that's exciting. So it's passed the test. I'm going to clean up and button this up and let the client know and get paid for that. Anyway, if you have any questions about the equipment I use, most of it's down in the description. I need to add the Atten ST862D. I just got it. I have not gotten really to use it much yet, but it seems like it's going to be really nice. I got it because the Weller WHA 900 is starting to, the heating element seems to be getting weaker. I had to turn up the adjustable pot on it, so I'm just going to keep the Weller as a backup unit and use the Atten as my main unit from now on. So, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.